And now it's time for Paige and Daddy's Cooking Show. Paige and Daddy's Cooking Show. Paige and Daddy's Cooking Show. All right. Welcome to Paige and Daddy's Cooking Show. Today we're cooking another Blue Apron recipe. Remember, Blue Apron is an order company that delivers a whole bunch of fresh food, fresh produce, and they deliver it right to your door, all packaged and ready to go and make into a meal. And today we are cooking pork Bolognese. Paige, tell us what we have as our ingredients.
Okay, so you're gonna need garganelli pasta, canned diced tomatoes, some ground pork.
Ground pork over here. Okay, good.
4 cloves of garlic.
All right, there's an extra big clove in there, so it kind of counts as an extra clove.
Some carrots. Butter. A yellow onion. Lacinato kale.
Nice.
Sage. And grated Parmesan cheese.
All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and prep all of the vegetables, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Okay, we are back, and right now we have some water boiling, and then we put some salt in it, so it's salted boiling water. We're going to wait for that to boil. We have roughly chopped our kale. And
we rinsed it first, remember?
We rinsed it, we have to wash our produce.
Yeah, always rinse the produce.
And Dad, right now, he is small dicing the carrots, and then he's also going to do that to the onion. And then what we're going to also do is mince the garlic and thinly slice the leaves of the sage.
So that's going to be our total prep today. Should be pretty easy to get through, I think.
And we'll see you once we've done that. Okay, so we have prepped all of our veggies. We have our sage here, finely sliced, minced garlic. Our onion is diced, and so are our carrots. So Dad is just making a tablespoon of olive oil hot on the pan, and then we're going to add the onion and carrot and garlic for 5 to 7 minutes, and we'll see you after that.
Let's go ahead and dump that in. I don't think it's quite hot yet. How can you tell if the olive oil's hot, Paige?
You put water on it, and then it starts bubbling up, and it's not hot.
Not quite hot enough yet. So it's going to be on medium-high heat. We'll get that going, and I think Paige said we're going to be 5 to 7 minutes, right? 5 to 7 minutes?
Yeah.
All right, we'll see you in 5 to 7 minutes. Uh-oh, Dad's got the camera. Got him away from the... Oh, don't look that shot. Got away from the camera person. Looks like we're stirring occasionally, and just for the record, we want to point out that this is a real house. Those are real dishes right there in that sink. So, don't assume that we're just on a movie set doing what we're doing.
Okay, so we have our carrots, onions, and our garlic, and they are nice and softened.
And tell me what you smell, Paige. What can you smell?
The carrots and the garlic.
Carrots, do they smell good? Smell really good, right? So now we're just going to add the pork. Just going to plop that pork, and we're going to break apart the pork and cook it for about, I don't know, 3, maybe 4 minutes. Just so that it gets nicely browned and has just cooked through. And then we're going to add some additional stuff once that's done. So we'll...
Oh, and the sage.
Oh yeah, we have to add the sage too. Thank you, Paige.
Is there sage?
All right. So we'll just keep breaking apart this pork, get it into really small pieces, and we'll come back in a minute or two.
Okay, so now it's time to finish the bolognese.
So what have we done so far, Paige?
And we broke down all of the pork and cooked it for about 5 minutes-ish so that it has a nice brown on it. And now we're going to add the diced tomatoes.
So the diced tomatoes.
With 1 cup of water.
Right there for you.
With 1 cup of water.
And the kale.
And the kale. And so this will cook down a whole bunch.
How long are we going to cook it for, Paige?
11 to 13 minutes.
Okay.
And while we're doing this, we're going to go ahead and throw the pasta into the water.
Start to cook the pasta.
Start to cook the pasta. And keep in mind that we have salted this water, which is, yeah.
Okay, good. So what we'll do after this is we'll be close to plating. So we're going to go ahead and I'm being motioned by the camera woman,
To put the pasta
who
in.
affectionately is known as Mommy, to put the pasta in. I don't know if you could actually hear the snap, but there was actually a snap for
Mom.
us to go ahead and do that. And so we snap to it when we do that. And see, this is another Paige original spoon. She made this for me for Paige and Daddy's cooking show. So we're getting that going. We'll be back in like 10, 15 minutes.
Alright guys, I have a quick tip of the day. So in order to keep your water from boiling over the top of the pot, you can just simply put a spatula or a wooden spoon over it and it'll keep it from boiling.
Definitely not a plastic.
Definitely not a plastic anything, but wooden works. And then just put it over the top and yeah, it works. Okay, everyone, we are back and we have our pasta. Our pasta is actually finished. And what we have done is reserved a 1/4 cup of the pasta water. There goes our timer. So now we're just gonna strain our pasta thoroughly.
Real dishes. You can see that.
Okay, so then we have our Bolognese simmering, and now we're gonna add just the pasta. Go ahead and stir that in, Dad.
All right, you got it. Where's that wooden spoon? There we go. And do you want to get the butter and the Parmesan cheese?
Something else I'm gonna add, we have a cube of butter, and so we're just gonna plop that in. And then we also have some grated Parmesan cheese.
Yeah, it's about a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese there. I'm just gonna mix this in. Get it? All right, we're gonna have to.
Got it.
All right, camera woman in place to just kind of spread that all over Paige. Good.
Okay.
Good.
Looks super good. Now, do we think it needs and we're just gonna decide if it's too watery or, not enough liquids in there.
I think it looks pretty good to me, Paige. I don't know about you.
Mom, what do you think? I think it looks good too.
Mommy agrees. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring it over and we're gonna plate one plate. And we're going to try it. See how it tastes. Let me see if we can get some of that. Oh, that butter's not quite melted in there, but it's getting there. So, all right, Paige.
Add a little, and salt and pepper to taste it then.
Salt and pepper. All right. Let's go ahead and try that. Just you and me. Let's see how it is. Did you get 2 forks?
Yep.
All right. That looks good. So just make sure to get some pork and some kale in that bite that you're going to take, okay? All right. Kale's got a nice crunch. Well, it was actually coming out of your mouth.
Really good.
I think it needs more salt and pepper, but I think it tastes really good. All right, so that's it for Paige and Daddy's cooking show. Awesome time. Thank you, Blue Apron. Thank you for joining us, and I love you. It was fun cooking with you today. All right, welcome back to Paige and Daddy's cooking show. You can see that it is clearly still Christmas time. And we have just finished our pork bolognese, and except for Jack, the requisite son. So Paige, tell me what you thought of the meal.
It was really good.
It was really good. What did you like about it?
It had the tomatoes, and I like tomatoes, and then it had garlic, which made it really good.
All right.
And then I love anything pasta. So.
Would you have done anything differently?
Added more salt.
Added more salt. Okay, good. How about you, Mommy?
Well, I loved it. I thought it was great. It didn't feel like unhealthy, but it felt like I was being unhealthy, if that makes sense.
Okay.
I would have added a little more Parmesan cheese.
Yep.
And I like spice, so I threw a little bit of red pepper flakes on it because to me that's like a thing that pasta needs sometimes.
Great. What about you, Jack?
I didn't like the kale.
You didn't like the kale? A little too bitter for you?
No, it's just I just didn't like it.
He doesn't like kale in general.
All right,
Well, I do like kale. It's just I didn't like it with it.
Yeah, these recipes have been pretty heavy with kale recently, so we're seeing a lot of kale.
Well, kale is a winter veggie.
That's right. And I agree with Gail. I think we should have added more Parmesan cheese and more spice, and that really, to borrow heavily from another cooking show, kicked it up a notch. So thank you. Bye.